So the Commodores gave an interview, and in the interview, they said that they were taken advantage of. And what you mean by taken advantage of is that you are told to do things when you don't have any knowledge, any reference whatsoever of what that involves. So what am I talking about? The Commodore said that the big record company came, discovered them, got them, had them sign contracts, and then they went on tour. They did show after show. They had the best hotels. They drove around in the best cars. They ate out in the best restaurants. We're talking about way back when, right? This is when they first started. And so at the end of the year, they said, okay, it's time to get paid. And their agent said, you don't have any money. And they were like, what? What do you mean we don't have any money? Oh, yeah. You remember all of those hotels, those cars, those meals, those apartments, those cigars? You had to pay for all of that. What do you mean we had to pay for that? That was the studio doing. No, that came out of your pocket. It's all in your contract. You have to supply all of that. Why am I telling this story? I'm telling this story because I see black people literally throwing away money. And specifically, I'm talking about these people who want to call themselves a rapper or a singer or a dancer. And you hear about, and there's another story. There's this English guy that goes around interviewing people. And he went to Florida to this tiny record label. Why would he go to this tiny record label? This tiny record label signed up and had the biggest smash hits in rap since rap has started. And on his wall, he has a picture, a headshot of all of the rappers in his business. 70% are in jail, 10% are on probation, another 10% or 15% are dead, and 5% are okay. But they're all one-hit wonders. And the interview guy, this particular English guy, is one of those he's not a hard-hitting reporter, but he's an insulting reporter. So he goes around insulting people, but he doesn't just insult him. He's trying to getting revenge against, evil people. So he asks the guy, he says, why would you sign these people up and why are they in jail? And the guy said, that's the nature of the business. We sign these ignorant fools up. They give me a record. They get a little bit of money and then they go off the rails. And of course he then said, you're despicable, blah, 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 blah. He does his little thing. But they get a little bit of money and they go off the rails. And that's the whole point of this whole video. You can't tell me that out of 12,000 subscribers and hundreds of thousands, almost 2 million views, that probably 40% of you watching my video wants to be a rapper or an entertainer. I just saw Tyrese in a video and he's talking about God and blah, 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 yada, yada. Anyway, the video starts with him getting out of an SUV limousine. One guy, SUV limousine, and a driver. Does he need that? That's a waste of money. Now, understand this. The old Hollywood people, the people that you don't hear about, like Robert De Niro, I went to school with his daughter, Al Pacino, all of those guys, the really private guys, and Jack Nicholson, very private people, no ostentatiousness. They don't drive around in a stretched limo to go to 7-Eleven, They drive it around in quote unquote affordable cars, which means something that you probably own. Now, it's fine for you to go to an opening and you're going to step out on the red carpet and you're going to go inside on the red carpet to rent a limousine for that night. But you don't need to be driving around in the Scooby bus like Hillary Clinton, right? You don't need a $500,000 coach. You don't need to stay in the fanciest, undiscovered, completely undiscovered, unheard of, no name person. What you could do instead of that is actually drive around in an affordable car and save all of that money, hire a bodyguard, because yes, you will need a bodyguard. A bodyguard is going to shun away the people you don't want to deal with. Why am I saying this? Because I've been there. I've done shows, and after the show, everybody was like, ooh, 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 oh. I'm all like, I hate people. I really do hate people. And just, walking around just for a week, after it dies down, everything's okay. But for weeks after that, they're all like, ooh, ooh. I'm all like, get away from me. I'm just saying I dance. It was nothing that you all are black. You can do it too. Don't worry. It's not that big of a deal. But that's what you do. You don't spend all of your money. Learn from the Commodores. Read those contracts. And get your own lawyer. I know a lot of the people who the record label shows up and says, we want to sign you. They go all crazy and go, oh, we're signed. We made it. Go get a lawyer. That's the first thing you do. Go get your own lawyer. Your own lawyer who's going to look after you. Because I guarantee you, in that contract, let's take another one. Tony friggin' Braxton had the biggest smash hit song, Unbreak My Heart, didn't make a dime from it. And you say, how's that possible? It's in the contract. It's in the contract. And she hated the song. She didn't want to do the song. There you go. That's behind the scenes right there. She didn't make a dime. Smash record, smash album, didn't make a dime, was broke, had to declare bankruptcy. A lot of these singers have to declare bankruptcy. They can literally have a song in the top 10 playing on the radio as we speak, and they have to declare bankruptcy. What did the Shyster in Florida say? It's the nature of the business. Now, for the rest of you, of course, you're not trying to be a rapper. You're just a common person. This video might not be, it's enlightening though and entertaining, but this is what goes on. If your manager shows up with a stretch limo and says, get in, you go, oh no, no. Where are we going? To the airport. We don't need a stretch limo to go to the airport. Who's paying for that? And it would behoove you to always ask that. Even the people, even if you work for a company, I used to get flown around the country to go to conventions because I sold suits at one time. Men's tailored clothing. I was one of those posh guys that stuck my hand up your crotch and measured your leg. It was, you're supposed to ignore that. After a while, it just says, grab your junk, pull it to the side, I'm going to measure. These people worth $1 million coming in my store. Or however much, I mean, big, huge casino people. Flown around the country, and I had to say, who's paying for this? Is this coming out of my... Don't have this coming out of my commission. I didn't ask I don't even want to go. And they say, the company's paying for it. You don't have to worry. Are we staying a night? Will I be paying for that? No. We're just flying there and back. You don't have to worry. But you have to ask that stuff. You have to ask that stuff always. In whatever, anytime, what's the saying? Nothing in life is free. I remember that wall, and that guy said, all of these guys are in jail. This guy is broke. This guy is on probation. This guy's in an insane asylum. And these 2 guys out of thousands are okay. But they don't have any more songs in them, so I let them go. That's the nature of the business. That's the nature of the business. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.